Where are we, Private?
Chapter 6, sir. You were arriving in Leavenworth? A filthy, destitute hive of wretchedness.
Oh, yes. Where I was immediately struck by the large population of prostitutes and carpetbaggers, whose company I was thankfully able to avoid. Did you get that?
Yes, sir. Prostitutes and carpetbaggers, sir.
Quite right.
How much longer do we suffer his company?
5 days.
How you figure?
2 days to get us into the mountains, another 1 to lose us, and 2 more to either starve us or freeze us to death.
Seems they don't drink tea in Leavenworth. It is there where I made the acquaintance of William Cody, a much less impressive man than I've been led to believe.
And then?
One of my boys will put a bullet in his head.
Not if I beat him to it. I'm gonna take the North Trail. I'll be back by daybreak.
Private, in these memoirs I will be remembered forever, while the rest of you are forgotten in the dust.
Lieutenant Matthew Ryan, a man poorly equipped to lead, whose quest for personal glory will send him on a harrowing journey with the dead man's gun. In the American West, a gun touched by evil passed from hand to hand, changing the lives of all who possessed it. Its origin unknown, its dark legend grew, till it came to be known as the dead man's gun.
Sir?
Sir?
$20.
It's not for sale.
May I? $25. For a non-regulation firearm, that's a damn good deal, Sergeant.
Regulation or not, sir, I won't be parting with it.
Sentimental attachment, Sergeant?
Don't know that I'd call it that, sir. More a reminder of how I got it.
By the looks of it, I'd say he was a gambler. Or a gunfighter. No doubt a villain.
He was a chief, Membrano Apache.
Good fighters, I've heard.
They surely are, Lieutenant. 10 of them hit some wagons moving out of El Bruto Rio. A revenge raid. We destroyed their village. They believed the gun gave them power. We lost a lot of men chasing them through the Sierras. We surrounded them in a cornfield.
Did you get the chief?
No. But I got the gun, sir.
$40, Sergeant. My final offer. Filth.
Seems to me a lame trooper ain't much good to us.
Nor lack of discipline. A soldier who does not respect his uniform enough to keep it clean doesn't deserve to wear it. Something amusing in that, Sergeant.
I just can't recall the last time a clean uniform saved my hide.
I think them gun runners aren't far off, sir. There's an old farm beyond those trees yonder, mostly overgrown now.
Any sign of our scout?
No, sir, but it looks like someone's been there. It's tobacco, sir.
Mexican. Prate and his gun runners trade in Mexico. They've been holed up in these hills for over a year now. They don't stray much.
Your point, Sergeant.
Maybe the customers are coming to them.
All the better.
Not with the shape our men are in. We could be riding into something bigger than us.
My men, Sergeant, are fine. And they'll ride wherever I say. Forward! You look as if someone just stepped on your grave, Sergeant.
I don't much like cornfields, sir.
Corporal. Sir.
Take a man, check out that barn.
Yes, sir.
Private Lewis? How long you figure this field's been left?
A couple months, I reckon. Corn's probably not much good anymore.
You're still keeping the birds off it.
Is there a point to this, Sergeant?
No, sir. Gun runners wouldn't take the time to do this. But Membrenos would.
That's impossible. There isn't an Apache within 500 miles.
Begging your pardon, Lieutenant.
They gone?
No,
What do we do?
they're good fighters. But we kill enough of them to take away some of their fun. They'll take their dead and disappear.
But they're all around us.
So we turn the tables. Take Hawkins and break through. We'll put them in the same crossfire they're laying into us.
Now?
Seems as good a time as any. You're with the lieutenant. Go! You've got to do it.
Good luck, sir.
Don't leave me, Lieutenant! For the love of Christ, don't leave me! You know what they'll do! Please, sir! Please!
It's not for sale. I won't be parting with it.
You trespassing. Toss over your gun, mister. Now.
I'm Lieutenant Matthew Ryan, United States Cavalry.
Well, these aren't your horses.
I'm not a thief.
That's for the law to decide. And a uniform doesn't make you a soldier.
And this surely is an army issue. So who are you?
Lieutenant Matthew Franklin Ryan.
Out of Fort Grierson?
That's right.
And you came all this way just to track down some mangy gun runners?
The guns they stole were ours. Repeaters. I was ordered to get them back. But they'd already sold them.
To those Indians.
Membreno Apaches.
Mr. Ryan, Lieutenant, whoever you are, there hasn't been an Indian seen in these parts in years.
Believe me, they're here now.
Believe a no-account horse thief? I don't think so.
I guess I can't blame you. God knows I look more like I crawled out of a pigsty than out of a killing ground. And it lacked good sense to wander into your corral the way I did. For that, I sincerely apologize. But I swear to you, as an officer of the United States Army, all I have said is true.
There's a cornfield on Ben Stewart's old spread.
Teresa, that's a 2-hour ride from here.
But what if it's true?
All right. I'll take a look.
Thank you.
You keep a close eye on him while I'm gone. We get him out of the house. He's getting ripe.
Ma'am? Teresa. I was wondering if I might trouble you for some of the water. It's most kind of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Some fine tobacco you have. After all that's happened, I'd truly appreciate a taste of it.
When a woman's been smoking it.
You have the same rights as I do. Doesn't make you any less of a lady.
You're an unusual man, sir.
Not in my appreciation of tobacco. Or beauty.
Maybe there's a gentleman under there after all.
A man, at any rate. I assure you.
Scrape off some of that dirt. With that corn silk hair, you might not be half bad looking. It's been a long time since I did a man's washing for him.
Sounds to me like your last man didn't deserve it.
That's the truth.
Children?
He wasn't exactly the fathering kind.
Melissa, what's she running from?
Nothing. She just got tired of working the saloons. Got tired of the life. Neither of us have seen a decent man in a long time.
Don't you miss it?
Sometimes.
Thanks for the hospitality. No. No.
Is it happening?
It does have power.
Damn it to hell!
It surely is a pretty gun. Seems hardly fitting the likes of you should be carrying it.
Maybe we should add it to the collection, Nigel.
Well, it's a fine idea, William. Hell, we seem to be picking up all sorts of odds and ends today.
Are you suggesting a trade?
Seems to me you don't have much in the way of bargaining power.
Take it. Take her. I just want to get away from this place.
Son of a bitch!
Bad memories, Lieutenant?
No!
Damned if I know how you escaped.
I'm not looking for this. I don't want trouble.
Hey, I don't much care what you were looking for. Now, what you have found is the end of the road.
Ryan? Ryan!
What?
You're safe here.
I can't get away. Something won't let me go.
Don't you worry, Lieutenant. We'll get you back to Grierson before those Membrenos find us.
You saw them?
No. saw what was left of your men. I'm obliged to you for saving my life. I thought you were gonna save your own hide by leaving me behind. If you hadn't made out like such a coward, you'd have never caught them off guard like that.
You're a real hero, Matt.
And there'll be a tidy sum of money waiting for you.
Huh?
Union Pacific has a reward out on the Prate brothers. $200 an ear. We better get a move on. Here. Don't want to leave without this. Finally on your way home, Lieutenant?
I suppose I am.
Thank you kindly, ma'am.
At your ease, Lieutenant. So, what happened out there?
We were close on Pratt's trail when we were ambushed. Must have been 24 of them at least. I realized that we were caught in a crossfire. And I decided our only chance was to make a run for the trees. But by the time we got there, we'd sustained heavy losses, including Sergeant Coleman, sir.
Tell me how you got the gun.
Sergeant Coleman, sir. He gave it to me during the engagement, before he died, sir.
Carry on the torch, so to speak.
I suppose so, sir.
Well, that is the damnedest thing I've ever heard, Lieutenant. I served with Sergeant Coleman in the Southern Plains, and I know, for a fact, he was bound and determined to walk into hell itself with that gun at his side. I find it unlikely he would have given it up voluntarily.
A man's mind can change quick when he's dying, sir.
Heavy losses. It's a bit of an understatement, considering you're one of only 2 survivors. Get Milner in here. We picked him up just north of here, figuring he'd deserted your command. Claims he was trying to get back to Grierson. He told us a slightly different version of events. Says you ran.
That, sir, is a lie.
All right, Milner. Now it's time to speak your piece. But I thought we was going back to Fort Grierson for a formal hearing. We're in the field, Private. This is as formal as it's gonna get. Now, why don't you begin again by telling me where your uniform disappeared to? It was Lieutenant, sir. He went and took it right off my back on account of my boots weren't shined up enough. Any truth to that, Lieutenant?
No, sir. The last time I saw Private Milner, sir, he was in uniform.
It's not true. Well, it looks to me, Private, like we caught up with you just before you put on civilian duds. You got anything to add, Lieutenant?
Only that with or without uniform, sir, there was no sign of Private Milner during the battle.
Were you there, Private? I told you already, sir. I couldn't catch up in time. But I was close enough to see him climb out of an old feed trough he was hiding in. I tried to call out to him, but he ran into the woods like a scared rabbit.
That's preposterous.
You couldn't catch up in time. Well, that's the lamest excuse I've ever heard for an act of desertion. I have no problem, Private, in finding you guilty of the charge which has been brought against you. Get him out of here. No! Please! I saw him run! I did! I'm a good soldier! Lieutenant, don't do this! Tell them the truth! You have to tell them!
Wait strongly.
Damn good work you did with the prates. Saving the woman and all. Worthy of promotion.
Thank you, sir.
For the love of God, Colonel, I don't want to die. It isn't fair.
Ain't nothing new about that, Milner.
You're a damn coward, Matthew Ryan. A damn coward.
And you know you can't ever run away from what you've done. And now you've killed us all.
Well, you may as well keep it.
Excuse me, sir?
The gun. Something wrong, Lieutenant?
No, sir.
For a moment there, you looked just like the Injuns did whenever they saw it. Just knowing it came off one of their dead always put the fear of God into them. But then they're a superstitious lot. Not like us.
Matt, the Colonel says we're leaving soon.
I've heard.
Something wrong?
I've just been looking over yonder, and I guess it's got me thinking about fate and such.
He got what he deserved.
It's a hell of an end, Teresa, to be hanged in the middle of nowhere. No friends or family around to give a damn. Wearing nothing but your drawers.
He was a deserter. A coward.
Funny thing is, all his life without knowing it, he was headed towards that rope. And Prate was headed towards a bullet. And the sergeant was headed towards that cornfield.
And it's made you wonder where you're headed.
Yeah.
You're going to Fort Grierson, Matt. To a promotion. And to me, if you want.
It's time to go.
I imagine you must be anxious to get back, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir, I am.
Can't say I blame you. You can't just leave them out there.
Sir?
Somebody has to lead the burial party. And they were your men. I wouldn't worry about those hostiles. I'm sure they've gone over the mountains by now. Somebody else's problem.
We'll catch up with you on the trail, Colonel.
Good luck.
Do you think you'll ever see him again? He's gonna be the father of my children.
You think they're gone, sir?
That's the Colonel's opinion. We'll go in on foot. You'll stay with the horses. Any sign of trouble, and hightail it back to the others. Hurry up, soldiers. Hell, you're nothing but shadows.
I think we got one. One ain't enough. Let's get the hell out of here.
Matthew, come up to the house now.
Matthew Ryan ended where he began. Fate has a strange way of setting things right, especially when you carry the dead man's gun.
Are you a gambler, my son?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am. Then I tell you, cast away the implements of the devil. Give unto me the tools of your sickness.
What ails you, young lady?
Oh, it's my mother. She's got a bad fever. The doctor says she's gonna die.
Dirty's gonna fix her right up.
Times. Help him to understand that happiness lies not in the sequence of cards in a poker hand, nor self-worth in the fickle roll of a pair of dice. You are healed! I command you to sin no more. I am picking up pain. Great deal of pain. Sister, I know why you are here. There is an illness in your family. It is your sister. No! Your mother. Your dear, sweet mother. She's sick with fever. She burns with fever. I see her sleeping 7 days and 7 nights. Oh, sister, I have an elixir that will heal your mother.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, brothers and sisters, the hour is long. I thank you all for coming today. And may the peace of the unifying spirit...
Do you have time for one more healing? I beg you. It's my husband. He's got the violence in him. He beats me, and he's always getting in fights in town. And I'm afraid.
Brother, your scarred and brutalized face bears ample evidence to the truth of your wife's words. Would you come forward, brother?
I don't kneel before no man.
Oh, unifying spirit, before you stands one of your children who has lost his way in this lawless land. One of the many who has mistaken the intoxication of evil for the true strength of inner peace. Brother, I command you to give unto me the tools of your violent trade. Brother, don't you feel a burden lifted from your shoulders?
Oh, yes. That I do, sir. That I surely do.
The Reverend Jeremiah Early has made a career out of lining his pockets with the hopes and dreams of the poor and desperate. But the good Reverend's free ride is about to take an unexpected turn, courtesy of the dead man's gun. In the American West, a gun touched by evil passed from hand to hand, changing the lives of all who possessed it. Its origin unknown, its dark legend grew, till it came to be known as the dead man's gun.
It's more expensive than I thought it'd be.
Oh, sister, ration properly. One bottle of this elixir will last you a lifetime.
Now, Bill, could you please get us a bottle of the holy elixir? Bill? You have to forgive him, sister. He's only been with our traveling ministry a very short while. Now, perhaps you would like to stay for a more private healing.
Hard to compete with a sick mother, huh, Reverend?
What was it take?
$20. $20. Last year we took this town for 40. Your healing touch must be on the downswing, Reverend. I thought we were supposed to cast away implements of the devil.
Well, there are implements, Mr. Kratzer, and there are implements. Let's get rolling.
You gotta bless the ground to make it holy again, Reverend. There's something wrong here.
Yeah, after a lousy $20 take, you better believe there's something wrong here. Oh, unifying spirit, bless this ground. There. Now, let's go. Each of us forges his own heaven or hell right here on Earth. Well, God lives here, in this modest church. And I'll prove it to you. I need a volunteer. Some poor soul out here who is in need of healing. Yes, brother.
Well, Reverend, I have this gimpy leg I had my whole life.
Well, brother, your whole life is about to change.
All right. I hope no good.
Oh, unifying spirit, help this man to walk straight again, that he might better serve you by standing tall and proud. Brother, you're healed!
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. It's as good as new. As good as new. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you, Reverend.
In conclusion, another example of the Almighty's presence in our tent. Sister, would you come forward, please? There we are now. And what is your name, sister?
Alexa Drake.
Alexa, what a beautiful name. Alexa from the Greek meaning helper and defender of mankind. Now, Alexa, is your husband in the audience today?
I'm not married, Reverend.
Ah. Alexa, all of us hold in our hands a precious jewel, the spark of divine guidance. And there comes a time when we must seek our path by casting that jewel into the wishing well of life. This is your moment, sister. The clear, deep well is before you.
Kneel down, sister. Look down into the depths to see where you are destined to cast your jewels. Lower, sister. You must look deep into the well. Oh, sister, not so low. Surely the well is not so deep. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm so glad you like that. Here he is.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet, Reverend. I think you're a fraud and a cheat. And if you know what's good for you, you'll stay away from me and Alexa both. Do you understand me? Alexa?
More trouble than she's worth, that one.
Here's your gun back, Reverend. Do you want me to start taking the tent down now?
I don't think so, Bill. You know, there's a lot of sin in this town.
There is?
Oh, yes. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel the sin just oozing up out of the earth?
Sort of.
Well, I feel it, and that's why we need to spend a few more days right here in Quincy. Oh, because this evil just has to be dealt with.
Reverend Early, do you remember me? I bought that elixir in Granby for my sick mother.
Yes, sister. Now, one thing you have to understand about the elixir is that sometimes it takes many days for it to effectively solve.
She's cured.
What?
It was like a miracle. One sip, and my mother opened her eyes. And she got out of bed as though nothing had ever been the matter with her. You are truly a healer, Reverend. These are for you.
What are you smiling about, Leslie? The mystery of the beautiful Alexa has finally been solved.
Oh?
Bartender last night told me that the guy she's been hanging over is Joe Kavanaugh Jr.
Well, so what?
So his daddy is damn near the richest man in the territory. Owns that big mansion we saw outside of town.
Oh, my.
You are wearing your defeat surprisingly well.
I am not defeated yet.
Oh, yeah? You got a bigger mansion someplace tucked away we should know about?
Maybe. Just tell me something, Leslie. You put anything different in the elixir lately?
River water and molasses, just like always. Why?
I just wondered. For many years now, I have dreamed of establishing a temple, a shrine in which all those in need can come to be healed. Well, just this morning, a spirit came unto me while I was sleeping, and this spirit told me that my search was over. I have been informed by a power greater than myself that this shrine, this temple of light, should blossom and flower right here in the town of Quincy.
Thank you.
One has the healing touch, all is possible. This is the power of the unifying spirit acting through this humble servant. I am merely the messenger of divine love.
Reverend? This man here needs your healing.
Well, blindness, of course, is the most difficult of all. And the healing, it will be gradual. In several weeks, you will begin to see, and then in 2 months' time, your vision will be fully restored. Oh, unifying spirit, in the weeks to come, give this man back his sight, that he may open his eyes and see the glory of the temple that we will build on this spot. Bless you, my son. Now the temple that we will build...
What was that about?
I gave him sight.
Come on, Ernie, this is me you're talking to. Not one of these gullible fools that drinks your sugar water.
It's true. I can heal.
Look, if you want to hire a guy that gets cured, fine. But I'm not giving up my piece of the pie to anybody.
Reverend Murley, could you always do it?
Do what now?
Fix people.
Yes, I could always fix people, but I just didn't want to. The people, they weren't ready for it. Until now.
Reverend Murley, this bird has a bad wing. Can you help it?
Oh, unifying spirit. Heal. Heal this small and most fragile of your creatures. Heal.
Nice. Now, you want to tell me just exactly what the hell is going on here?
Bill, you go and purchase some feed for the horses now. You go on.
Sure thing, Reverend.
It's the gun. What? What else could it be? Ever since I got it, things have changed. I healed the woman in Granby with the elixir. It worked. You saw the blind man. If it wasn't real, what is? Yes.
You're right about this town, Reverend.
What are you talking about?
There is evil in the ground. I never noticed it before, but I can feel it coming up through my shoes. All the sin. You know what I think, Reverend? I think hell is real close by.
This, my friends, may look like a common barrel, but it's not. Do not be deceived. This is a well of miracles. And this is the first step in filling up the well of miracles. And this is our yardstick for success. For when it's filled to the top, the future will begin for your children. The Temple of Light will use these proceeds to build Quincy's first school. Now, who will be the first to join me in this noble cause?
I guess I could help out, Reverend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Who else? And you, brother. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you all. This is for the children, for their future. Bless you, all brothers and sisters. Your generosity will be oh, thank you. We're all working together for the future of this town. Bless
Well, good afternoon, ma'am. Is this the residence of Miss Alexa Drake?
Reverend Early. Why don't you come on in here so we can talk, huh? It's my mama. She likes to keep a close eye on things.
As a mother should. I come here on a mission of the utmost importance, Miss Drake. No doubt you have heard about the Temple of Light, which I intend to establish right here in Quincy.
I saw you give sight to that blind man. Joe says that it's some kind of magic. Huh? A trick, perhaps?
It is not magic, Alexa. And I will prove it to those who continue to disbelieve, but I cannot fulfill my mission alone. Every temple needs its queen. Would you be my queen, Miss Alexa Drake?
But Reverend Early, I'm engaged to Joe Kavanaugh. I mean, the wedding date's already...
This is for you. Open it up. For a queen not laden with jewels is not a queen at all.
But I thought you said that God left the church because he didn't want to live in a house full of wealth and greed.
Well, normally he doesn't, but you would be a beacon to the poor and needy, an instrument of hope. Do not confuse greed with grandeur. Are all those yours?
Joe's much too generous. I would love to be the queen of your temple, Reverend Early. But my mama's got it all set that I'm going to marry Joe, and she says a woman has to think about her future. I wish it could be different.
Looking for Joe Kavanaugh.
Shall I say who is calling?
Ooh, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Thank you, Astrid. Am I gonna have to throw you off my property, Reverend Early? Or is it Reverend Gunter? Or maybe even Reverend Jessup? Which one are you this year? I sent a telegram to a friend of mine who did some checking up. You had kind of a rocky road to your own salvation, didn't you?
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, let's see. Now, there was public drunkenness in Grey Eagle, a fraud conviction in Allen's Park. Oh, my favorite, though, is that little adultery problem you had back in Fallon.
You know what? That was my favorite, too.
I'm on to you, Early. Now, I don't know how you pulled off that little trick with the blind guy, but I do know they're after you for morals and fraud charges in 3 states.
Are you trying to blackmail me?
Hell no. Now, what have you got that I'd want?
What about Alexa?
And what about her?
Now, Joe, you and me, we gotta talk man to man, about 10 o'clock tonight outside my tent.
Where the hell did you get this?
10 o'clock. Don't keep me waiting. Bill, I need to talk to you about something real important.
Is it about the evil that's coming out of the ground?
Why, yes, Bill. That is exactly what it's about.
What are we gonna do?
You need to listen very carefully. The evil is not in the ground anymore. It has come up out of the ground. The devil has risen and taken human form. And Satan has learned of our plans to establish a sacred temple over his evil soil, and he is gonna try and stop us.
We'll build it anyway. We'll build it big and
That's
strong.
what we'll build it anyway. Just as long as I am safe and alive here to usher home our dream.
I don't understand.
Soon, the devil will be outside this very tent, Bill. Because I'm gonna try and crush him. But I need you to be nearby in case he should try to do harm to me. You will be my strong right hand, Bill.
I'll be there, Reverend.
Now, there's just one more thing. You must never speak of what happens here tonight. Never. To give voice to the will of the devil is to bring the devil back to life. Now, can you swear you will never speak of this night again?
I swear.
You got 5 minutes, Reverend. What the hell's this all about?
We have a dilemma, you and me. For we both love the same woman.
Oh, come on, Reverend. Now, Alexa intends on a life of style, and that doesn't involve living out of the back of a wagon collecting pennies in a box.
Well, that's not what she told me last night. In bed. But then again, she was naked, so I guess it doesn't...
No! Bastard! I got him, Reverend! Get the hell off! I got the devil! Get the hell off me! He's destroying my soul! Only you can stop him! Reverend! Do it, Bill! Kill him! He's killing me! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Ah!
You are beautiful. Oh! Hi there, Rob. How are you? Good to see you.
It's too bad. Poor old Bill Lundy wasn't here to share your happiness.
Yeah, I don't know what came over Bill for him to go crazy like he did.
Wonderful hang.
No, Not a mental defective. Life in prison's my guess. And you know, old Bill, he won't know the difference between jail and freedom anyway.
It's all right. Go easy. Hey, Bill. Drink up. Reverend Early's wedding day.
Reverend Early says that alcohol comes direct from the spigot of hell, that it's the devil's own drink.
Reverend Early blessed this one. It's holy champagne.
I don't like it much.
Uh-huh. You did a bad thing, Bill. You know that, don't you? Why don't you want to talk about what happened? You know, you got a trial coming up. You gotta defend yourself.
I feel funny, Mr. Leslie. All sort of buzzy inside.
Yeah, well, that is kind of the point of champagne.
I had to kill the devil before he hurt Reverend Early anymore.
The devil? You thought Joe Kavanaugh was the devil?
I shouldn't have said nothing. I swear, I swear.
Bill, what are you talking about? Bill! Bill, I'll come back and see you before your trial.
Is Reverend Early not dying anymore?
It's all right, Bill. You saved him.
I'm so glad you got over your grief so quickly.
Uncle Joe, I must have shed a whole 5 or 6 tears.
Who is it?
Me, Crawford.
Well, I'm just a little busy right now. But
Really? Well, I want to talk to you right now.
yeah, what a surprise, you're drunk.
Yeah. And you are a worthless, mean-spirited son of a bitch.
You got me out here on my wedding night to tell me this.
I had a little chat with Bill. He wants to know if the devil's still after you. I want out, Reverend.
Fine. You're out. Goodbye.
I want out with my share of the money.
What money, Mr. Cratzer?
Come on, Reverend. Don't play dumb with me. That barrel of miracles, whatever you call it, that's spilling over with cash. I want some of it to spill my way.
It is my money, Cratzer. It's my congregation, my temple, my queen, and my healing touch. I don't need you anymore. So why don't you just scurry along and pack your bags, little man? We have reached our goal. The Well of Miracles has made the new school not a miracle at all, but a reality. Now, tomorrow, my new wife and I will go to Chicago to procure all the...
Early. How come you gotta go all the way there?
We need to make sure we get the best materials money can buy. We will return in less than 2 weeks.
2 weeks? I ain't a suspicious man, Reverend, but will you be taking that barrel with you?
Brother, you fear that I will abscond with the funds for the new school, isn't that right?
Well,
Oh, brother. The barrel will stay right here in Quincy where it belongs. But how sad that trust is so hard to be won.
Joe Kavanaugh thought you were a phony, and so do I.
Under this very tent, a blind man came unto...
Oh, we know about that blind man. He don't even live around here. Maybe he wasn't even blind in the first place, hmm? Now, if you're so great, what about Jimmy? Huh? Everybody knows Jimmy. Now, can you cure him?
Come forward, young fella. Believe in me. Oh, unifying spirit, heal this poor boy's twisted limbs. Give him the strength to march for a lifetime inside this sacred temple of light. Do you feel it, Jimmy? Do you? You feel the spirit inside making you whole?
Are you sure, Reverend?
You are healed!
Now, one moment, please. This is the most difficult healing yet. I need to draw on reserves of spiritual power that I've never had to touch before. You are healed! Cast aside that crutch and walk.
What's going on here? That's my son down there.
Not some circus freak.
A minute. Good people, let me explain. Let me demonstrate a smaller healing. Please, just allow me. Sand. It's sand.
You got some explaining to do, Reverend.
Wait, it's not what you think! Stop, wait! I'm a man of the cloth!
I want to see Bill. Right, 2 minutes.
Mr. Leslie!
Come to say goodbye, Bill. I brought you something. Souvenir of our time together.
You're a very nice man, Mr. Leslie. What's your souvenir? Reverend won't mind?
No. Not a bit. I'll have to leave now. Take care of yourself, Bill.
I will, Mr. Leslie.
Sheriff, I'd appreciate it if you tell the folks over at the jail to...
What you got there?
He don't.
Mr. Leslie brought my toy with the snow in it. You want to see?
Yeah. Oh, I like it.
He's just a simple-minded, gentle man.
Dad. stand.
It was you.
I don't know what happened here, but I don't care. All I know is my son is walking straight.
Brenda McLeod's sick mother. The blind man. You touched them all. Sheriff, I want to ask you a favor. Wait till Early's gone before you tell people about this. Wouldn't want them thinking the Reverend did it.
Don't worry about your friend here. He'll have to do some time, but I'll watch over him. He'll be okay.
I think this is your souvenir. Reverend.
What can I do today, Mr. Early?
You feel anything?
What?
You hold that gun in your hands. Do you feel anything? Like evil coming up through the ground? Like hell real close by?
You call this stunt a temple? Huh? Huh? Can't even make love to me anymore, you worthless bum. My mama was right. I could have had anybody.
Jeremiah Early thought he could escape his own prophecy, that we'd make our own heaven or hell right here on earth. But the good Reverend was made a true believer, a forced conversion by the dead man's gun.